Hey everybody, welcome to the Dadgum Old RC channel. Today we're going to do something that I hope is super quick because we're about to go run the cars and I need to do a repair before we go run the cars because the last time we were out, we were in some rocks and this is the Slash Ultimate right here. I can show you the body, but that's what it is. We were in some rocks and some rocks got in this part right here and they kind of wedged the drive mechanism or the drive axle right there, and they caused it to spin. I call it candy cane because I saw that happen on my Traxxas Max, and I ended up going with steel axles for that. But with this, I think I'm going to keep what came stock on it. But I'm going to show you what it looks like when you pull it off, and how you quickly replace it. And before we close out the video, I'm also going to take these tires right here. I'll explain to you how these tires are different from these tires and what problems that causes me. And then I'm going to show you what I'm upgrading to. And again, the goal is to get this stuff done so that I can run the cars here in about, I don't know, an hour. So we're going to try to keep this short. I bought this car used, and it has one that is just an oddball nut on it. And so I've got here in my stack, somewhere I've got brand new lug nuts right here. You go. I'm going to put green ones on because I think that'll go well with the car. I'm going to take this off right here. And you may or may not need to do this, but I'm going to do it. So I take that off, and then this kind of comes out like this, and that's the part that caused a problem right there. And if you look right there, and again, when I take this off, I'll be clearer about it, but it spiraled. Pop this off right here, right? And that pops off right there, and then there's a pin right here. And then this just slides right out, right? And I'm checking this, and the bearing is dirty, but I think it's going to be fine. I don't think we ended up with any kind of locking problem there. I'm going to take some oil and put it on this bearing so that while we got it off, we can be sure that it's good to go, but I believe it is. And this is a blue bearing, so it is actually, what I understand about the blue, a little bit more waterproof than the black, but may not spin as fast. But this car is lightning fast, so it's not going to make much of a difference. So like I said, we'll put that right there and we'll see. And by the way, I use 3-in-1 oil for that. I don't recommend using WD-40. People that know more about this can tell you scientifically why, but I don't. WD-40 is not an actual oil. It's a water displacement 40. So we're going to go down here and get this bolt out, or I forget what you call it, some sort of a small pin that goes in the side here. Somebody that knows more about this will know more about what to call it, but I'm going to take the right wrench and take it out. Okay, so I'll need that. It's down on the floor, but there's a new one with the new package here because the Traxxas part number for this is 6852A. It's about $12, and it's going to give you both halves of this. But you can see right there, I'll zoom in on it, how it's kind of spiraled that, right? So that is because the drive here tried to turn this when this wheel wasn't ready to turn that fast, and so this was turning faster than that, so it spiraled it. So anyways, once you get that, then you can't get this on because it's turned. You can't get this on as far as it's supposed to go, and this just doesn't work. So what we'll do, I like to hang on to these, so I'll put that right there, and we'll go into Traxxas part 6852A, right? So that's got that screw in there already. It's also got some Loctite there. So what I'll do is I'll just I'm actually going to take my 3-in-1 oil, and I may have to cut this out of the video, but I am going to oil that bearing right there. And so I'm going to take this this new piece of the drive shaft, right? Put it back up in here, because this one is straight. I can actually use the two. See how one is curved and one is straight? That's what happened. Get a little bit of Loctite too. It's over here. And I'm going to put that in here. Right? Yep. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and take this off. And now I'm going to use a little bit more Loctite. That's going to get that down in there pretty well. And I'm going to make sure that it's tight. And you can do this with whatever Dadgum old tool you've got that works. But I'm going to do it right here. And I like to have it tight right there because this is certainly driving the wheels to the car. So it's tight, right? So that goes all the way through there. We'll take this and wipe that off just a little bit. So you got the Loctite down in there. That should go nowhere. And there is actually another bearing in here that I am going to do a little 3-in-1 oil on just while we have it off, just to make sure that everything's cool. I'm going to take this, put this back on like that, wipe these bearings down. And then you take the new one of these that goes onto there, and you push this through the bearings, right? Okay, and then you take your pin right here, put it in that hole right there, slide that in, and then you slide your nut looking thing on top of that. That's going to fit right. Yeah. And then so that fits on there like that. Yeah. Now, so what I like to do first is to slide this back on where it's going to go, right? Okay. You get that on like there like that. Got this down here. And here's this first thing that we took off, this first bolt. Okay. Let's get that started, right? And I'm going to automate this process. Okay, just like that. Put it back up there like that. And by default, it goes into the center hole. Okay, like that. And that completely fixed, right? But we're also going to have the little add-on here. So now that I've got the body on, I'm going to show you the changing of the wheels and why I'm doing that. So I bought this vehicle used, and it came with the Proline trenchers on the front and the Proline Badlands on the back. And for whatever reason, the guy I bought it from didn't even know, but you can see that those front tires actually come outside of the body. They're a little bit bigger than they should be. Actually, the offset is wrong. That's what's wrong. So offset is wrong on this. It's different, I guess. So what I did is I bought a set of the Powerhobby belted tires, so they're not supposed to balloon like the others. And so here's that, right? If you want to screenshot that, that's what that is. So I'm excited about having these on. So I'm going to open these up real quick, and we'll put those on. So I bought this car used, and for whatever reason, the wheel nuts, 3 of them were the right ones, and one of them just looked like like it came from Lowe's or Home Depot or something, and it didn't have the correct washer on it. So I didn't like the way that it fit, so I just threw a couple dollars in and said, I'm going to get a Traxxas 1747G, and I went with green because that matches the body. So that's what I'm going to change all these to, is these the Powerline SC belted tire mounted for Slash 4-wheel drive. Okay, so I'm going to use a little bit of the fake X-Acto knife, a green nuts right there, and I'm going to get rid of that tire. So I cut that out just because I didn't really like the way that worked, and I'm going to use the 0.7 millimeter right here to tighten this up. So I'm going to tighten that up right there. And again, I said that this already had the Loctite on it. Okay. Now I may or may not put Loctite on these ones that I'm taking off. Right. Here it's got Loctite on it. We're going to put on Dadgum old wheel nut number 3. And just in case I didn't say where Barry is, Barry's running errands, and he couldn't be at this filming because it had to be right now, because as I said, we are going to run the cars here shortly. And as you can see, this was a lot looser than it should be. So hopefully put this new nut on here, and that's going to solve that problem. This is the nut that I thought was a problem. As you can see, it does not have a washer on it. So that's why I was buying this whole new set right here of wheel nuts. And so put that up here. We're going to get the last wheel. And you know, somebody that knows really what they're doing, they can do this a whole lot quicker than I did. But there's a new set of wheels. The next video you see will feature these wheels, so I'll be driving with these wheels. I believe that one, replacing that nut right there, making them all match, that's my thing. Replacing that one, I think that's going to make it drive better. And I believe those tires are going to be better than what was on there, but that's my opinion. In a future video, I'm going to talk about how I put on this dirt guard, and I'm going to do it to another slash that I have. So anyways, thank you for watching the Dadgum RC channel, and next video is going to be us running. So Dadgum.